Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Today we're going to look at doing a simple card with the Winter Woods stamp set. Now there is a stunning die set that goes with this and it's definitely worth considering whether you want both of them at the same time, because you will get a 10% discount if you buy the dies and the stamps together. But today we're just going to do stamping only, nice and simple, and do a simple Christmas card. So we're going to start off with a piece of Whisper White. Just going to bring in another little bit of scrap paper here, and we're going to start off with the big tree from Winter Woods. I'm also going to be using these little trees, and these are from Rooted in Nature. If you have other small pine trees, that would work, or you could use more of the big ones in the background, but you'll see how we're going to go with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is to ink up using Mossy Meadow, which is quite a strong dark colour, green, so I'm going to stamp off first, so I don't want it quite that dark, and I'm going to stamp that down. That's quite a big stamp, so make sure you make contact all over. And there's our first tree. And then we're going to start stamping some of the background trees. Now I'm going to stamp these in the full colour first, and then off a little bit. Right, I don't know how much of that you got, but some of that I've just had an interruption there, which you probably heard the doorbell. It was my UPS man. So you can't really complain because he's bringing more Stampin' Up supplies. So you can see I'm just stamping off and off and off, and that is giving me that kind of distant look. And I'm probably going too far now. There you go. So you've got the woods in the background. Now the other thing I'm going to do is stamp the greeting, and we're using the Thinking of You This Season, which is in the Winter Woods stamp set. I'm going to do that in grey granite. Let's just pop that up at the top. There we go. It's a lovely colour, grey granite. It's somewhere between a grey and something like crumb cake. It's somewhere in between a grey and a brown, and I really love it. And then we're going to use Pool Party, and this little stamp here, which is like a snowy kind of look. And I'm going to again stamp off because I just want this really pale. And just add a bit of colour, a bit of touch of snow on there. Right, a little bit there. Okay. Well, it doesn't take very much just to give a very soft finish to the card. And you can see how quick and easy that is. If you're doing multiples of cards at Christmas time, which we mostly are, it is the time where you want a nice, easy, quick design that is not going to take you ages, it's not going to be complicated and time consuming. So I've got a piece of thick Whisper White for the base of that card. I'll put that together. Now the very last thing I'm going to do is to add a little bit of glitter to this. And the first thing you do when you're adding glitter is to shut all your ink pads, especially the dark ones. You always end up, if you're teaching, you always end up with glittery reds and glittery greens by the end of the season. It doesn't actually affect, in all honesty, it doesn't affect the stamping. But let's try and keep my new ink pads non-glittery. And I'm going to use, oh, wrong bit. I'm going to use the fine tip glue and just add a little bit of snow And I'm sort of swiping down round where those branches might be catching the snow, and then little dots on the ones at the back, a little bit on the snow line here. You can never have too much snow really, can you? And I'll just pop the top back in here. And then we're going to add some dazzling diamonds. And I'm just going to pour that over the card, and it will just catch wherever we've got that fine tip glue. And leaves us with a lovely sparkly finish on there. So, super quick and easy card using winter woods, and I did add the trees from Rooted in Nature. So thanks for visiting Elizabeth's Craft Room today, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon.